All right. Good morning. It's Saturday and it is June 11th of 2022. I am doing a very quick test of the BeLive platform. And the reason for this is because I felt like after I played around with it a little bit more, my first impression was not great. Can I be honest? My first impression was not great, but after I got off of the first BeLive test, the demo that I did with you all maybe about a week or so ago, I realized that there were some things that I hadn't noticed. So I wanted to be fair and to do a second test and to share some of the things that I found with you because I do feel like there's some real potential here. Now, there's still a few things that I think could be updated and improved, and I believe that they can do it because the company BeLive has been around for some time. Like, this is not new. It's not a new studio or not a new live streaming platform. They've been around for a bit. So I feel like there's opportunities to improve even more, and I wanted to share with you what I found on the positive side so that I can kind of balance out. I'm one who really does research and does look into apps and platforms and tools and even programs, workshops, etc. I want to experience them in such a way that I can give you honest feedback. There are a lot of people that do reviews using their affiliate links, which is not bad because I'm an affiliate marketer myself. But sometimes it tends to sway people to always giving only the positive side, side A. I want to give you both sides of the coin whenever you're looking at what are the best tools for your business. What is the best avenue for you to choose? So, I want to give you some very objective and some subjective perceptions about those spaces. Okay, so right now I'm actually taking a look at the BeLive platform. I'm inside, and what I did last time is I used a theme. They have really two active themes right now, but I used a theme that had more of a, it seemed like everything was bigger. It was like huge. Let me give you, if I can, I'm going to try to do an example or show an example of what I mean. Because right now, this is super clean, right? This is a clean look. I'm using my own background, my own branded logo. Excuse me. I'm using, let's see, they have a couple of different what they call, I'm using a template. Okay, so inside of the app, there's a template where you can create an agenda. So if you're doing a live stream, for instance, where it's just you as a talking head versus you doing one where you're interviewing people versus one where you have a panel, you can create different agendas for each one of those. You can have a template for each one of those types of videos. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually using one called the Q&A template that's already pre-populated by them, but I can go in and change the questions if I want. So for instance, let me show you what this might look like. I'm changing up some of the links that are already in here. I even have little descriptive summaries of what each of these are and what I want to talk about. So I can literally have my outline script inside of BeLive. That's kind of cool. And I don't know that I've seen that level of detail in the other platforms that I've talked about with you. So that's a plus. The one thing I want to share, let's do this. And here's what I want to do. Since we talked the last time, since we did our last demo, one thing I want to share is that I noticed they added some widgets because I was kind of down and I was kind of like, I don't like these widgets. Let me show you the ones I didn't like. Because one that I have right now is fine. The follow us, but I had one that was called, nope, not sticky notes because I like that one. But days in quarantine, I will never ever use. I'm not telling people, I'm not sitting here talking about quarantine. And thermometer, not going to have it. But if you're in the medical profession, or if you're a coach that's talking about health and wellness, or if you're giving people an update about your health condition, maybe you would use those. Eh? I don't know. The one that I liked the last time we met was countdown. I like this a lot because you can literally just say, hey, I'm going to put a countdown in here and I'm going to promote the sale of this, whatever, enter your program or your workshop here. But I like that the countdown is there. You can change the wording, I think, Actually, it says the show will start, so you can't change that wording yet. I'm gonna suggest that, though, to them. But you can change it such that it will have a certain number of minutes. So, for instance, I'm gonna type in 30 seconds. We'll do that. And so at some point, this is going to stop. The timer's gonna stop. Maybe what I should have done is done one for me. But then watch this too. When I blow it up, ta-da! So when you're starting your show, if you wanna start your show with a countdown timer, you can do that. The thing is you still can't add, to my knowledge, I don't see a place to add music, but I've noticed with some people who are using the BeLive system, they're not using music or video clips much in their presentations. I like to use those things, so I do still want that, but I wanted to show you that I do appreciate some of the widgets. Now, here's a couple of other ones that they have now since we last talked. So I'm not saying that we all influenced it, but I am saying I can see them doing improvements or making improvements already. So this follow us, I like, and you're actually able to change the look of it. And if you've branded your space in BeLive, you literally can just put your color, like my hex code is a pink raspberry that I like to use. I'm using that code so that they have branded any type of images or widgets that they include throughout this entire platform. That's cool. Okay. So I don't have to go in here and create all of these. I can simply just add my color once and add my theme once. And now as I start adding different widgets, let me go back to the widgets so I can show you the other one. Here's another one. Let me move it out of my face there. As you start using the widgets, you can actually just show up whatever widget you want to show up, and it's going to have your branded color. So I do like that. So there's some new things, right? There's a few new things, and I suspect they'll add a few more too. The reason why I like to give you these reviews of platforms is because it's important to me that you make the right choice for yourself and for your business. So depending on the type of show or a series you want to deliver, you need to know where to invest your money, right? If you're doing a subscription service, if you're doing a lifetime deal or whatever you're choosing to do, you need to know the ins and outs. And I want you to have that shortcut before you actually put the money out and then realize, I don't like this. If anybody has, I see there's several people watching. If you have questions or comments, feel free to put those in because I'm looking for those. Okay. All right. The other thing I wanted to show you in here, I still think this needs improvement. But because I chose this theme instead of the theme that I chose the first time, it looks much cleaner. Let me show you what I mean when I talk about screen. So I'm just going to pull up another, I'm going to do a screen share. How about that? I'm going to do a screen share and I will show you in my screen share how you can add multiple windows, and the multiple windows do look better than they did before. So the last time when I used that other theme that had the huge letters, it wasn't looking good. This time, I'm going to show this in stream. And now instead of the small picture-in-picture box looking huge all over my bigger window, and I'm going to switch it up real quick here. So watch that. Now it's a much tinier, more simplified and streamlined look. So it's all about the screen choice and the template or the theme that you choose. I'm going to tell you that I chose, in case anybody's wondering, and you have BeLive, right now I'm using the modern theme. They have modern and they have classic. The last time I used the classic theme, and let me see if I can switch in the middle of a broadcast. I'm going to try. There we go. So here's the difference between modern and classic. I'm going to show you what I mean. So watch this. See how large my window is, my picture in picture is at the top? Even that looks a little bit better than last time though. So they're making improvements. I can see how if you want to brand your video stream, if you want to brand your platform in BeLive, there are some definite possibilities. I'm not using their built-in stuff. I'm using my own custom graphics, by the way. And I would encourage you to do that as well so that you can stand out and differentiate your stream. just a couple more things I want to show you in here that I think are kind of cool. So look, this classic theme is cleaned up a little bit more than the first time. I still want a few more options on screen choice because right now the layout is only these four. So I'm going to walk them through. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all I see right now. But I think that over time, maybe they'll be adding some additional ones, and that would be great. Now, watch this. Let me show you this. If you have more than 2 items inside of BeLive, this is what it might look like. I'm going to add, let me see, I'm just going to add some media. You can add slides, you can add a picture or an image. You can add, I don't want to add an MP4. Maybe I do. Let's see what that does. I'm gonna add a really quick short video clip. It's just a video clip that has no sound, but I'm gonna show it in stream so you can see what it looks like with 3 items, and I believe you can have up to 8 presenters on screen at one time. So again, all I'm doing right now is simply doing a test. I may not even leave this video up. I just needed to test it live so that I can get your feedback and so that I can see for myself if I like this, right? So here are 3 items. Let's see what the layouts look like with 3 items. Okay. So number 1 would be, it's just me. Okay. So we'll go with that as number 1. Number 2 would be this. This is with 3 items. Now, if you had other video, if you had other people and guests, those 2 blocks that you see right there would actually be faces, and they would be vertical faces. Here's number 3 layout. Here's number 4. And here's number 5. Okay, so that's not too bad either. I kind of like that idea. Hmm. Let me see what happens when we play the video clip while we're actually live. Oh, you just see my face moving because it doesn't have sound in that one. But that is interesting. This is not bad. So I feel much better, I'm going to say, about the Be Live space than I did initially. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. Now, again, I'm gonna show you the difference between the classic versus the what's the other theme? These 2 themes. The modern theme looks like this. So it's a little cleaner, and there is a difference in the way that it looks. So notice it doesn't have my branded background. It's got this just pink based off of the one color I put in there. So I don't know which one I like better. Which one do you like better? Do you like classic or do you like what's the name of the theme? I keep forgetting. Modern. So modern or classic. What I'm showing right now is modern, and then here's classic. I'm kind of liking the classic again now because it has my branded background whenever I'm showing something on screen. Meh, we could play with that a little bit more at a later time. Okay, one more thing I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to sign off because y'all, it's Saturday, and I need some time to just sit with myself. And I also have a ton of different things I need to get done today. But I'm also going to go see Jurassic Park. And I'm going to do the MD, I think it's called an MD4 version of the movie. So have you all, if you have seen an MD4 theater, it's supposed to be like 4D instead of 3D, meaning you get to sit in these cushy seats and you feel the motion of the chair and you might hear the wind if like the dinosaurs are running through the streets. So I'm kind of excited to see what that experience might be like. That's one of the only reasons why I'm going to go, but I'm going to see Jurassic Park. So tell me if you've seen an MD4 theater before, if you've been in one. I want to know your experience. Leave that in the comments for me, or I will share with you my experience afterwards. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to show you is this live sales thing because I wanted to give you kind of an update about where I am with how that looks. I was really the one reason why I purchased this BeLive deal that I was able to get access to is because they talked about doing some upgrades with Amazon Live. The other night, I mentioned to you all that Amazon Live selling is one of the ways that you can truly monetize your live streams. And I am getting ready to go all in on that. I just have to insert it strategically into my realistic schedule and not overcommit. I got to model what I tell you to do. So I am going to experiment with using BeLive specifically for Amazon Live selling. So I mentioned the last time, and I'm going to try this one more time, that one of the things that you can do is you can actually pop into this platform, into BeLive, specific programs, products, and services. And so if you're doing live selling for Amazon, you can literally pop in the links, the direct links that are your associate links to various products. But it doesn't even have to be just Amazon. So I'm going to show you a demo product, which actually happens to be, and I apologize for the typing out loud here. I'm using a mechanical typewriter. Can you hear? I mean, a keyboard. So it's loud. I'm going to test this out so you can see what it looks like. So I am right now, I'm just changing the title so that you know that I have a new webinar. I've done something they call push to stage. So when you're ready to push or to share the link that you're trying to sell, what it will do is let's get rid of some of these other things. What it will do is it will allow you to show that item, that product or service in screen. So I'm showing in stream right now. So notice how it has popped this up. My actual page should be coming to you. Like you should be getting a link right now. Okay. And I'm going to go in just a second into my Facebook and see your group comments. Because I think some of you are commenting and I'm still not able to see those here. All right. So look at this. Notice it just automatically popped the link to my webinar into the comments. It's in YouTube at least. I can't see if it went into Facebook, but I can see it went into YouTube. That's bomb. So I don't have to sit here and try to type it out. It's already a link that's shared with you automatically because of what I've previously done. Let's see what else this might look like. So look, you can have your product, the image, the price, everything right there at the bottom with a short description. I just described it as new webinar, right? But you can have that in your stream. This is pretty cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jay, for letting me know. But that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll see what it looks like in the modern version. I got it. We're looking at classic. I'll show you what it looks like in modern in just a second. But check this out. I think I'm able to show the actual link. Yep, I could show that on stream. So look, this is a plus. It looks to me like there's some updates that may have even been done since we did this test a week ago. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Facebook user. It's not letting me, I don't know what the link is that I need to share with you. I think it is, what is it called? I think it is get comments or something. So next time I'll show you what I'm doing. But yes, so to this person, I'm going to find out who you are in a second. I am not using Ecamm today. I am actually using BeLive. This is a BeLive test, and I wanted to know if there was more of an appetite, if I had more of a difference of feeling after using it for some time. Thank you, Jay. Look at your beautiful photo showing up. Look at that. I love it. It's Teresa. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, look, I can everything is looking clean. It looks way far better than what I remember from the first time we did this test. Not bad. Let's see what it looks like if we do the other theme, because there's only 2 active themes right now. I'm going to show you that one. So we're using classic. Yay, Jay. Jay says she can see it. Very nice. Yeah, I'm feeling way better about it this time. Way, way far better. Okay, let's look at modern theme. They have some other themes in here that are coming soon, but only 2 are active right now. Okay, so there's the modern theme. I don't like that it's got that bright pink behind it, but it does kinda show up my image a little bit better. Hmm, okay. Let's see what that looks like with the other views. So the pricing is a little bit bigger. Okay. So there's my test. And like I said, I may not even keep this video up. I just wanted to come and play, and I wanted you to come play with me. So I appreciate you coming and helping me test this thing out. If you are interested and intrigued about BeLive, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to answer questions from my experience as I'm going through testing this one. The platform that I currently use, I use several. I use several for different reasons. I still love Ecamm for purposes of doing recording for my courses. I do love it for purposes of doing live streams because there's a lot of versatility to Ecamm. But I also recognize that there's a subscription fee. It can be a little complex to learn. And I want to give you options that are easy, that are simpler, because my whole motto is about simplifying streaming, right, and serving more people. So if you don't see it as simple, you are less likely to do it. That's why the ones that I recommend, there's really 3 others that I recommend in this moment. 4. 1, I recommend, Melon app, Melon. Again, if you need links for any of these, let me know because I haven't loaded them in. If you need links for those, let me know. But 1, I think Melon app is actually pretty good. It has a lot of different video graphics already built in, countdown timers. It's simple to use. You can easily follow along with their dashboard so you know exactly where you need to go. With any of these, you're going to have to get familiar with the platform so that you feel more confident about using it. But Melon is a good one. The second one I would recommend is Restream. Okay. Restream is another. Restream has been around for a long time. They do listen to their viewers and to their users. But I do feel like there's been a bit of a stagnant thing happening where I haven't seen a lot of new features or new things being added yet. It's just the nature of the game. So they do have high quality video for the most part, as long as your internet is good. And what I would definitely recommend to you is get a connected internet. Like, in other words, don't rely on Wi-Fi if you're doing live streaming. You need to be hard connected to your router, if at all possible. Let me just real quick, I'm going to shift a little bit and say this because some of you have asked me about it. And since we may not keep this video up anyway, I want to answer this for those I see in the comments because I know some of you have asked these questions. When I say hard connect or hardwire, what I mean is you need a cable that's coming from your device, your laptop, I'm using an iMac right now, but I have a cable that runs directly from that to my router, like into the router. It's plugged in the back of the router. But what a lot of you may be doing is what I was doing before, which is Wi-Fi. So maybe your router is downstairs and you're upstairs. And because of that, your router, there's no way you're gonna have a cable that's running across, the stairs down into your other office, right? Where your family's like, "What is this? I gotta move this out of the way." That was my issue initially. The way I corrected that is I ended up going with the T-Mobile gateway. T-Mobile in most areas right now is starting to release their 5G Wi-Fi gateway. So they have a router that you can literally port anywhere in your house. That was my resolution, like, because my house is 20 years old. There was no way I was going to have people coming in and spending the money to rewire my entire house to have the router be upstairs. But the T-Mobile gateway ended up being bomb. It worked out. It was like I plugged the sucker in, plugged that into my iMac, and boom, it went. Joseph, great question. How does it compare to vMix? I can answer that because I also have invested in vMix and have used vMix at some point in my videos. So I will say this. First, let me give you the rest of my list, and then I'm going to answer that question. So I started with, what did I say? Melon app. And these are the ones for ease. Okay. Melon app, Restream, StreamYard, and now I'm going to add BeLive. BeLive is what we're using right now. Okay. So those would be my suggested platforms for you to look into if you're trying to decide right now and you're new to streaming and you're not very technically savvy and you don't want to mess around with a whole complicated learning curve, but you're ready to go stream right now. Those are my big ticket ones that I would say you should go with. And if you've got specific questions, let me know. So vMix, going back to Joseph's question, vMix is another that I would put in the advanced category of streaming platforms. Why? Because it's advanced. Because there are certain things that you need to know about having the right graphics card for your computer. I know this because I went through all these issues. There are certain things you need to know about how to use it and how to leverage all the different scenes you can create. But vMix is awesome. Okay, vMix, much like Ecamm, gives you a lot of versatility for you to be able to create a well-produced, high-quality show, like a big-time TV show. Okay, you can literally do a lot with vMix, with Ecamm Live, even OBS. For those of you who are still using OBS, the free broadcasting software, you can do a lot with that. The reason why I don't recommend those tools in my space here at Stream Like a Boss is because my focus is on not turning and converting service providers into becoming video marketers or videographers. My focus is on helping service providers like coaches, consultants, and course creators to leverage video as a tool. It's not going to be the thing, but it is a tool and a vehicle for you to get the word out about your coaching programs, about your courses, about your services. So I need to help you streamline and simplify the way in which you're using and choosing the different spaces, different platforms. But yeah, vMix is bomb. So Joseph, if you already are technically savvy and you're using vMix and you love it, absolutely stick with it. I would never tell you to move from that. I just want to give you options. I want to give my audience options for simple methods and simple platforms that you can use and get started quickly, like shorten that learning curve. I hope that helps. Okay, I said I was only going to be on here for a few minutes, and here we are at 30. So, Joseph, you're making my point for me. So, let me show you what Joseph put in here. You can get around, let me move this out of the way. You can get around the graphics card with the Blackmagic ATM Mini. Yes, you can. There are lots of ways, but here's the thing, and this is the point that I want to make for those of you who are kind of watching and seeing these comments. Joseph is someone who is technically savvy. I can tell by the questions you're asking, and I am as well. But what I know is I know the demographics of my audience and the people that come to me are not as savvy, and they don't want to be because they want to put more of their energy into building their programs, services, offers, etc. They want less of, let me try to deal with what other devices and gear do I need to pick up. So I can give you devices and gear recommendations all day long, trust, because I actually have a store on Amazon. That's what I came on for, is to talk about how I want to use BeLive for Amazon Live. But I am not in the business of focusing on the more advanced, technically savvy folks. Whereas some of my peers who I refer people to when they're ready for advanced, so Luria Petrucci in Live Streaming Pros is excellent. Adrian Salisbury, who has YouTube Academy and a ton of other different things that he's got going on, they are excellent. Doc Rock, wonderful, awesome. There are a number of different streamers and live stream marketing experts that can teach you the advanced graphics, the advanced gear. That's not what I'm here for with Stream Like a Boss. But you are correct. There's always a solution. What my role is and where I see myself filling a gap is for those of us who are service providers who just want to focus on here's how I get this stream done and not suffer through learning all the ins and outs of video. Good question. So, are you using T-Mobile Gateway for all home internet? So, I'm going to tell you, I'll be real high level with this, but again, I can go complex. Like, I can hang in there with the best of them on both sides. So, here's my answer to that. I am using T-Mobile Gateway, yes, for our home internet, for a 2,800 square foot home. And what I'm also doing to boost and to kind of help with that is I'm using what's our system? We're using an Eero mesh system along with the T-Mobile Gateway. The reason why I decided to go with the Eero is because, well, there's a lot of different reasons, but with the T-Mobile Gateway, you get an app that you can put on your phone, right? And that's what controls like who all can get connected. If you see somebody who's logging in or trying to get into your T-Mobile Gateway that shouldn't be there, you can block them. There's all kinds of different things you can do from the app. Plus, we all have T-Mobile phones, so it just worked out really well in terms of the billing. But I wanted the Eero mesh because we have a real dead spot in one of our rooms in the downstairs. There's a real dead spot that just was not getting connection. And so the mesh system, what that allows you to do is to expand the reach of your Wi-Fi, and get in those little nooks and crannies where you're not quite getting good service. So I use that to help expand everything. That's just a quick and easy answer, but if you have more questions on that, Teresa, let me know. Okay. And Joseph, yes, I would be more than happy to drop my store link. Thank you for asking. And then I promise I'm going to call it a wrap. But if any of you do have questions about BeLive, if you have questions about what platform you should use, I've done a ton of videos on this over time, but things are always changing. So I am more than happy to create new topics to make sure. Oh, that was Marcia. To make sure that wonderful. Reach out to me, Marcia, if you do have questions on that setup. I'm going to include topics moving forward that will help you with all of these different things. I didn't really mean to even come on here today with 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 all of this, but it just happened to be that way. Let me make sure I go ahead and add this for you so you have it. Joseph, my store link is here. I'll give you the simple version because I have a short link. It's streamlikeaboss.shop. So I'm going to pop that up for you right there. Feel free to check it out. We need to do some revisions to the store, and I am in the process of doing that. Oh, it's Marceline, not Marcy. Okay, gotcha. Marceline. Streamlikeaboss.shop is where we currently have our store. I need to get in there and clean some things up. So I'm just giving you that heads up, Joseph, and anybody else who's going there, because I literally am putting together a more intentional strategy about what I want to sell and how I'm going to do that with Amazon Live. So that's coming real, real, real soon. But my focus has been also on Stream Bosses Academy. So I have put energy into that for the past few months, and we're going to be opening the doors again. You're welcome. We're going to open the doors again real soon. June 20th is when we open for Stream Bosses Academy. So be looking for that if you're thinking about being part of that space. You're so very welcome, Joseph. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to share with you that I think is really cool in BeLive right now. I didn't even have to pop that comment up. That was Joseph's comment came up because I'm using something called Comment Assistant that is part of BeLive. So because I have that on, it's artificial intelligence, so it's AI that is going through and finding comments that they think will be most likely relevant for my viewers. Like, it's automatically popping things up, which is awesome. Miss Eileen in the house. Girl, okay, let me tell y'all, Eileen is someone who I have been online friends with forever, forever, and Eileen is amazing. Eileen, you have to put your link to where people should find you. Because look, I'm all about supporting other digital marketers and people that are in the space that I play when they are solid. Eileen is one of the most solid marketers I know. She has been around for a long time. She knows all things video, streaming, selling. She is in every space you can name and has been doing it well for years. So I just want to give you your roses. I've been in that mode this week of making sure I give people their roses while I can. Yes, thank you for putting that there. So youtube.com, Eileen Smith. When I tell you, if you look at this industry, when you look at digital marketing and you look at online marketers, people fall into a couple of different categories. And I'm not even going to go there with all the different categories, but I will tell you that there's a small, short group of people that I believe in, that are credible, that have longevity, that are authentic and real with what they share and what they do and what they tell you. There's a very short list of those folks in the space, and I think that Eileen falls within that short list. So absolutely, I have no problem sharing you with anyone. Good to see you, David. I'm about to wrap, but I just wanted to jump on and kind of do another test of BeLive. And I can tell you in this test, with this one, I feel a lot better about recommending the space. And I still haven't tested it. This time I didn't test with LinkedIn, although I did notice that you're honored. I'm honored that you're here and that you're in my corner too. I am. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that the experience that I've had this time around has been much better. I do see some improvements and I see some changes in the space. I am liking the platform the way that it's set up, and I look forward to seeing more development with BeLive. I'm really curious to see how it's going to work with their new Amazon Live features, whatever those might be. But stay tuned because you know I'm going to be sharing. I'll make sure that you all know. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to enjoy Jurassic Park. I cannot wait to go and experience this whole MD4 thing, and I'll tell you all about it. All right, everybody, have a beautiful Saturday. Please stay safe and don't forget what your purpose is. I've got to remind myself of that every day because there's going to be a lot of distractions and things coming at you. But remember what your focus is always. All right, take care, and we'll see you next time.